So today I'll be doing a video discussing the Dark Continent episode 1 and why this will be the greatest moment in Hunter x Hunter. Now, we know that the Dark Continent, it will be an introduction to a lot of new things, starting off with new and stronger Chimera ants, whether you guys want to believe it or not. But yes, there will be stronger Chimera ants than Miriam, the Ant King himself, and that is hype to see because this time the Chimera ants, they will be ranked A+ danger level, and you know they're going to be super overpowered. But on top of that, we know that there's going to be massive world building being added because the Dark Continent is said to be way bigger than the regular human world of the Hunter x Hunter world. So now that we're going to be getting introduced to something that's massive than the regular world, you can tell that Togashi, he's going to start flexing his world building skills, and we're going to be getting revealed to new calamities. And this is going to be one of the biggest moments in Hunter x Hunter because we know that there are 5 calamities, and every time they go to the Dark Continent, they seemingly bring one back on a successful voyage, and this will lead into Aluka's origins. How did she end up getting here, or how did the thing that attached itself to Aluka end up getting here? Very spooky stuff. And last but not least, we will be getting a new Freaks family member being revealed to us in Dawn Freaks. But what if I told you that even with all of these hype things being brought up, none of this stuff will be the main focus for episode 1? Because I believe that the main focus will be around none other than Beyond Netero, the son of Netero. And the reason why I think that the Dark Continent episode 1 will focus around him is because we see that he's the most excited one to go to the Dark Continent. We saw that Netero himself had to put a ban on Beyond Netero from going to the Dark Continent. And that's how you can tell you're legit. When somebody has to stop you from going to the Dark Continent, it goes to show you that he's not scared of it like all the other hunters. And we saw that the Dark Continent, this expedition, it's kind of for Netero because we saw that he only issued this voyage after he died. So in a way, Beyond Netero is going to be carrying on his father's will, and we know how much he does respect and look up to his father. So I definitely do believe that with that too, it will highlight all of his powers, and we'll maybe even get some backstory between Beyond Netero and Netero. I would love to see how these two actually end up growing up together because both of these guys do seem like monsters. So I do need to see a backstory of Netero and Beyond Netero too. But the spookiest thing about Beyond Netero is that we know that he's been to the Dark Continent 50 years ago, and that just goes to show you that once they do land on the Dark Continent, he will kind of be like the tour guide when it comes to how to get around it, because we saw that he went on basically on an unofficial visit. He went against Netero's will when he went to the Dark Continent, so he didn't even have like a fully stacked team or anything. No, he just gathered up some people and went on this trip, and he still made it back alive. So this just goes to show you that he will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, figures when it comes to leading the Dark Continent. And I definitely do think that he will be way stronger than Netero in his prime, because Netero in his prime, we saw what he was able to do. He was moving faster than the speed of sound, and he obviously became the strongest Nen user at that point. But I do believe that Beyond Netero, he will showcase us why his name is actually Beyond Netero, because he will showcase us abilities that Netero in his prime can do and that we just didn't get to see because he was too old. So I definitely do think that once we get to the Dark Continent, we will see why Beyond Netero is stronger than Netero. And the last reason why I think that Dark Continent episode 1 is going to focus on him is because everyone else is seemingly getting shot while he's on lockdown. We see that Kurapika, he is the main character of the series right now. The story is being told through him. Hell, even Leorio God and Kurapika, and Killua, they're all like, yo, we just want to be in the story. So that's a big news right there. But we even see that all the princes, their lackeys, and the alliance with the mafia members, all of them are getting development. And I want to say this is good job for Togashi, because I didn't think he was going to go in depth and explain all the prince's subordinates and all the stuff like that the way how he is. So the fact that all of them are getting shine like this is good news too. And we see that even the Phantom Troop, they're playing a big role this arc. We see that they're tied in with the ties between the mafia family, and I love the fact that the Phantom Troop is getting shine because we saw how they got snubbed in the Chimera Ant arc, and it would be a shame if they didn't really get to make it to the Dark Continent too. And last but not least, we see the Zodiacs. Obviously, they do have the Beyond Netero on lockdown. They're the ones who have them in prison, and they've really been getting a lot of highlight too in this arc. Like, some people thought the Zodiacs were kind of lame because we didn't get to see them in the anime, but in this arc, they showed why they are looked at as some of the strongest Nen users in the whole wide world, and we still haven't even seen what they can all do. But overall, what are you guys most excited for when it comes to the Dark Continent episode 1? I definitely do believe that Beyond Netero will be the main focus of the first episode of the Dark Continent, and once we finally get there, we will finally see somebody surpass Netero. Comment what you guys think down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.